Call of Duty has finally revealed all of the content that's going to be releasing to Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 with the Season 1 Reloaded update, which is arriving next Wednesday on the 14th of December. Last night we did receive our first trailer for the first episode of Raids, and we also have details on the Christmas update that's going to be coming. So the biggest thing coming in the Season 1 Reloaded update is the very first episode of Raids. This is going to be a part of Spec Ops and will be a 3-player cooperative. It's going to be called Atomgrad, and this first episode of Raids is actually going to be based on a campaign mission from the very first Modern Warfare Call of Duty 4 called No Fighting in the War Room. The buildings that we're going to enter are going to be exactly the same. The storyline is going to be following directly on from the ending of the campaign, so I'm wondering if it's going to tie in with the post-credit scene with Makarov and obviously the reboot of No Russian with a bunch of ultra-nationalists from Russia hijacking a plane. This mission is going to be taking place in Urzikstan. On the trail of their missing team, Price, Farah and Gaz make a grim discovery in an underground bunker. I'm wondering if the missing team could be related to that post-credit scene, and considering that the blog detailing this mentions that we're going to be playing as Price, Farah and Gaz, I'm wondering if they are going to be set characters for this mission, and it's not just going to be playing with our operators. If so, I think that's really awesome, and I hope that for Trek's next Call of Duty Zombies game, that they follow suit and they have a set crew, potentially even the same as the campaign crew. Continuing from the events of the Modern Warfare 2 campaign, the first episode of Spec Ops Raids is something that will take, in the words of the captain himself, violence and timing. Those who successfully complete this raid will unlock a familiar face as a brand new operator to use in multiplayer and Spec Ops as well as in Warzone 2. And this special operator that you unlock with this raid is in fact Gaz Garrick finally coming as an operator. It will also unlock a hard difficulty playlist that will test even veteran operators. You can expect to find plenty of intel that awards additional cosmetic items, in addition to some intriguing data it provides about the Modern Warfare 2 universe. I am so excited for this first episode of Raids. Of course, the Season 1 cutscene didn't really show much storyline, so this is going to be how the storyline is told. I'm wondering if it is going to have an intro cutscene and an ending cutscene as well for completing it, and I'm glad that it's going to have a veteran difficulty version as well that you can unlock upon completion. But it turns out you're not just going to be able to play this raid straight from the get-go. You will need to acquire a raid key that can be acquired via the following methods. One method is completing a specific daily challenge, either in multiplayer or Spec Ops, or by placing within the top 20 in any Warzone 2 Battle Royale playlist, or in DMZ, use the final extract helicopter with at least 30,000 in cash. Once you have earned a raid key, you, the player, and whatever squad mates they choose to bring in with, can access the raid for a full week. So it seems like you will be able to replay it. You won't just have one time to use the raid key, you will have a full week, and it seems like you only need one player to actually get that raid key, and then you can go and invite some friends. So if you haven't unlocked a key for whatever reason, even though it isn't too difficult to do, if a friend has, they can invite you to their game and you can go do it together. Although there is only one mandatory requirement for raid access, which is the raid key, Infinity Ward has provided additional tips on mastering the raid before you hop into the game. So they recommend warming up with the Spec Ops missions that are currently in game and get familiar with how agents fight against you, how Spec Ops kits work, and the general strategies for completing a Spec Ops run through its shorter missions. So of course we can already play Spec Ops, and a raid is an episode of Spec Ops. I've seen a lot of people asking me and other people, is this raid going to be a part of Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2? It's not going to be free. You have to own Modern Warfare 2 in order to play it, as it is a part of Spec Ops, and it's going to feature very similar mechanics to Spec Ops, which is why they recommend playing the traditional Spec Ops first, so you get warmed up and you level up those Spec Ops kits, and you get familiar with how the AI works. Completing them and earning stars give you some permanent rewards as well, making this practice worth your time. They also recommend tiering up your kits, because raids are a part of Spec Ops. Like I said, it uses the same kit system. Having a high tier kit means accessing those additional passive and active benefits during a raid, increasing your options for survival and progressing through it. So yeah, considering this first episode of Raids releases on the 14th, next Wednesday, I would recommend grinding Spec Ops every single day so you just get absolutely perfected for when it releases and you are best prepared. And I would recommend putting together a squad of 3 too. And I do wonder if this mission might actually be set on the new Resurgence Warzone map releasing sometime next year probably, which is essentially going to be the new Rebirth Island, as it does feature a power plant on it, and we know that this map is going to be in DMZ as well, and there's a bunch of DMZ intel talking about this power plant. Now, we don't know if it's a nuclear power plant, but there's lots of references and intel in DMZ talking about finding nuclear activity. But it's going to be awesome exploring this silo, and it seems like there's going to be swimmable areas of this mission mission is going to be very puzzle based, and I wonder how secretive and hard the raid will be and how straightforward it'll be as well. Maybe we're going to have to solve different puzzles to access different sections of this underground facility. So that's pretty much everything we know regarding raids, but like I said, they did release a trailer for it, and in this trailer we get an overview of how this mission is going to work, and it's absolutely hype. And it does also feature the Kali sticks, but it's just for an execution, so I think the Kali sticks will probably make their way as a melee weapon in the game as well. Considering they brought them over for an execution, they'll probably do that, but we have no word on when they are going to release, maybe in season 2. I'm going to play the full trailer now, and then we'll dive into the rest of the content that we're going to get in season 1 Reloaded and the Christmas updates.
Where they went in
and never came back up. 2 point. Holy hell. The place is cooling.
Price, Gaz, Farah. That base.
We'll lose comms if we keep going.
Let's see what it leads.
Only one air tank. Stick together.
Nothing coming!
What the hell is this place?
So the next big thing that's coming with Season 1 Reloaded is the return of Shipment, finally, one of the most iconic maps in Call of Duty history, reimagined for Modern Warfare 2's multiplayer. This time it's going to be set on a cargo ship taking on water in a storm-ridden part of the Atlantic Ocean. A new Shipment is ready to bring back the chaos that only an ultra-compact map can provide. If you are thinking about working around and off the map's boundaries, which was possible in the previous versions, then you might find yourself at sea. So it seems like we're actually going to be able to jump out of the boat into the ocean. This is going to be the most unique version of Shipment so far, since it's going to be set on a moving boat. Of course, we can see Shipment inside of the Warzone 2 map Al Mazrah, but it's docked at the shore. It's not going to be the exact same version, as it is going to be cornered off. And this map will be added as a feature playlist, and there will of course be a shoot the ship playlist too. This map will be perfect for grinding out those Orion camo challenges or just embracing chaos. So I'm so hyped to see it return. It does look like it's going to be a bit larger than the prior versions that we have seen before, so I'm just interested to see how exactly it plays out. But it turns out there is also going to be a Christmas version of Shipment coming, which will be a limited time playlist. Decorated in the holiday spirit across its main deck, Shipment will receive a temporary festive visual overhaul from December 21st through to the new year to January 4th, 2023. Those on the naughty list won't have to fret over any mythological creatures during this holiday season, so there's no Krampus this time around like in Vanguard. The only threats here are your fellow operators looking to get camos that shine brighter than tinsel. So yeah, a lot of people really didn't like Vanguard's Christmas event with Krampus, so they're not doing something like that this year. But what do you think of Shipment being back? It seems like they're bringing back Shipment pretty much every single year now, without fail. So I'm going to get into the rest of the content that's coming in Season 1 Reloaded and for Warzone in a little second, including the rest of the Christmas themed updates. But first I have an awesome sponsored message to let you be aware of. This video has been kindly sponsored by Sable, and back on a unique and unforgettable journey and guide Sable through her gliding, a rite of passage that will take her across vast deserts and mesmerizing landscapes capped by the remains of spaceships and ancient wonders. The game has been available on PC and Xbox for a while now, but it's finally just released to PlayStation as well, which is extra special because you can get fully immersed in the world of Sable through haptic feedback and adaptive trigger resistance. Explore the dunes on your hoverbike, scale monumental ruins, and encounter other nomads as you unearth mysteries long forgotten and discover who she really is behind her mask. With its unique art style and original soundtrack by Japanese Breakfast, envelop yourself in Sable's world and explore everything at your own pace. There is a lot in this world just waiting to be discovered. Do not be afraid, take the leap, explore a rich world full of remnants of past civilizations, climb, leap, hover, glide, use everything at your disposal to discover every inch of the world in front of you. Customize your hoverbike as you find or earn new parts, help other clans and nomads comrades that you meet along the way. Lose yourself in an adventure and find yourself through masks, outfits, and other collectibles to represent who you are to those around you. Complete puzzles to earn rewards and forge your path in an unforgiving terrain. Try your hand at fishing in the desert and showcase your collection of bugs and fish in the vivarium. If you are somehow not yet convinced, the game has phenomenal reviews, with PC Gamer stating that it's a quote, stunning debut from developer Shedworks. Game Informer thought that the game is perfect for those who love to explore. They can't recommend Sable enough. Every element, beautiful graphics, compelling traversal, and player-driven plot works together to ensure you simply lose yourself in the world. Finally, IGN stated that Sable's unique art style, memorable characters and quests, and engaging open-ended formula are going to stick with them and you for a long time. So what are you waiting for? Start having fun and check out the game via the link in the description. So now in terms of Warzone 2, there's going to be a new building that's going to get added called Building 21. This building's going to be added to Al Mazrah. It does seem like this is going to be in normal Battle Royale and also in DMZ. New keys have appeared in Al Mazrah, but where do they lead? Its location is classified, its benefactors are unknown, but one thing is for certain about the Clandestine Biological Laboratory codenamed Building 21, only the strongest operators may survive, let alone access one of the deadliest areas of DMZ. Players will need Redacted to access Redacted. With this great risk comes great reward, high tier contraband found throughout the building, especially in safes and special areas that require keycard access. Well, the secrets await you in this facility. So this is going to be similar to labs in Escape from Tarkov, as it will have high level enemies with high tier loot, and this is going to be the first additional area added to DMZ, with plenty more to come in the future, which I'm excited to try out. The next big update that's going to be coming is for the football event to coincide with the World Cup, following the support team football feature and the release of 3 limited time operator bundles, which were of course Neymar, Messi, and Pogba. There's a limited time mode which brings 2 teams of 3 operators to the Al Asima field, home of one of the league rivals to Al Mazrah's football club. Here, they will have special ATVs with a pulse ability to push a massive football into the other team's goal. Collect and toss shock sticks to stall your opponents or boost through enemy vehicles to ram them out of the way. So this mode's going to be called CODBall, and it's essentially just going to be Rocket League but in Call of Duty. The first team to score 5 goals, or the team with the most goals at the end of 5 minutes, wins the match. And this mode, it seems like, is going to be a part of Warzone 2, so it's going to be free for everyone to enjoy. Even though it's basically a multiplayer mode, it really should be a part of the main Modern Warfare 2 game, but I guess they want everyone to enjoy it, even if you're playing Warzone, even though it's not really a Warzone themed mode. Like I said, it's basically just multiplayer. But for traditional Battle Royale fans of Warzone, we're going to be seeing the return of Mini Royale, a tactical condensed variant of the standard Battle Royale. Expect fewer players but more compact safe zones in Al Mazrah right from the drop, perfect for those looking to drop in and win within minutes, or who want to test their abilities in closer quarters. Mini Royales are planned to be included as a part of the scheduled playlist update, so we're not sure when this mode is going to be added. It seems like the football mode is going to be there next week on the 14th, but in terms of Mini Royale, we don't have a confirmed release date. There is more content coming though, so there's 2 new operators. Gaz Garrick is finally coming to the game, which is Price's right-hand man, and we know exactly how we're going to be able to unlock this, which is actually by completing the Atomgrad Spec Ops Raid, and you will also get his convoy skin with it. You will also be able to unlock him by buying the store bundle with his aquatic skin. Those who complete the raid and purchase the bundle will unlock the Grass Ops skin as a bonus reward. There is another operator coming, which is Klaus Fisker. Yes, that's right, I guess Santa Claus is coming in time for Christmas. A member of Denmark's elite special forces, Klaus Fisker can almost be considered a living legend among operators. Some say his scotoptic vision, his natural night vision, was powerful enough to help him navigate a mile in pitch black darkness before he was old enough to read. Others witnessed his exceptional training record, leading his peers with unbridled optimism through exercises, but his legacy was cemented one night on the Uzbekistan border, where he carried a wounded comrade 18 miles to the nearest base using the lessons taught by his father, and with the help of an unusual amount of chocolate that wounded soldier carried with him. This will be available via the in-game store as a bundle. There is a new operator coming too, which is the Chimera, which is an assault rifle part of the Bruin Ops platform, and offers operators a formidable primary weapon for stealth engagements. This is of course the Honey Badger that you are able to access early in the campaign, and I believe in DMZ 2. With an integrated suppressor and slow high energy subsonic .300 BLK rounds, the Chimera is adept at close quarters combat. Subsonic ammo hides kill skulls from the enemy team. This weapon is built for keeping operators completely off the grid. Given the lack of visible tracers, hidden skull indicators, and suppressed fire, the Chimera is useful against both enemy operators and agents, the latter of which are less aware and coordinated when it comes to silent attacks. As the description suggests, the Chimera's effective range is shorter than most assault rifles, making it a more powerful and silent alternative to the faster firing M13B from the same platform. So long as the operator behind it can stay on target, the Chimera can be a versatile force in most short to mid-range engagements, potentially making it a good complement to a rifle or LMG suited for longer range in an overkill loadout. And you will be able to unlock this via a weapon challenge that we don't know what the details are for it yet, or via a store bundle. There's also going to be a bunch of new bundles coming to the store, which I'm briefly going to go over now, in addition to the Klaus Tracer Pack bundle, which I mentioned earlier, featuring the new operator, 2 weapon blueprints and other festive items. There are plenty more bundles to come, so we have the Pro Pack Dunestalker, which comes with all of the items that you can see on screen if you want to pause it and read it. We then have Year of the Rabbit, which is a bundle to celebrate the Chinese New Year. This bundle is themed on the 4th zodiac symbol of the 12-year cycle, and you can once again pause if you want to read all of the items it comes with on screen. In addition, there's going to be a new social feature called Groups. Whether you are wanting to make new friends or find squad mates for DMZ and Spec Ops missions, the new Groups feature, launching as a part of this update for both Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, can help make those connections. So this is a looking for friends feature essentially. Accessible via the social menu, Groups allow you to find or create communities or fellow Call of Duty players, up to 5,000 in a single group, based on similar interests. These can range from the following labels: Call of Duty based, preferences on Call of Duty modes including Battle Royale, DMZ and multiplayer, or player experience such as veterans only or new player friendly, vibe based, out of game interests such as entertainment, gaming or sports, community based, defining the tone of the group such as how they play the game, e.g. competitive play or solely for fun, or when they play, e.g. weekend warriors or active daily. Other categories include defining the group outside of the game, including if the group is affiliated with a streamer or as a part of a Call of Duty League team, for example. Groups are also defined by their main language and the privacy setting. These, as well as the above labels, are used to help define groups within the in-game browser for other players to find them. Once a group is made, its members can use its dedicated text channels to look up fellow members and create parties for squadding up within Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2. Essentially, this new feature can expand your network far beyond a friends list and gives you more options for connections with the greater Call of Duty community. Whether you have a ton of friends and colleagues, or are a content team or creator who wants to have an in-game hub for connecting with fans, groups are another way to get squad going for that next Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2 session. Warzone 2 is finally going to be getting combat records. However, the stats will only begin tracking from December 14th onwards. All of the stats from November 16th up to December 14th won't track at all, which is very unfortunate, and this feature should have been there from launch anyways. But that's pretty much all of the information we know regarding the Season 1 Reloaded update. Of course, I'm very excited to try out the raid next week, and I'll be sure to cover everything on the channel. I will also leave a link to Call of Duty's blog post if you want to read it for yourself in this video's description. Anyways, thank you for watching the video, and make sure to subscribe if you're not here for the latest and greatest Call of Duty news and information. So anyways, thank you for watching, and bye.